This week, Donald Trump went out of his way to insult veterans that were injured while he was president of the United States. Specifically, 100 American service members that were injured in an attack in Iraq by Iran back in January of 2020. Trump was asked about this incident by a reporter where he, not even for the first time, by the way, downplayed the severity of the traumatic brain injuries that some of these members suffered. Here's what happened.
Attacks from Iran, but also, do you believe that you should have been tougher on Iran after they had launched ballistic missiles in 2020 on U.S. forces in Iraq, leaving more than 100 U.S. soldiers injured?
So, first of all, injured. What does injured mean? Injured means you mean because they had a headache, because the bombs never hit the fort. So just so you understand, there was nobody ever tougher in Iraq. They had no money with me. They would have made any deal with me. I would have had a deal made within 1 week after the election.
They got a couple headaches, right? No big deal. Take some Advil and be on your way, is what Donald Trump would have these troops do. So let me explain to you what happened, as reported by Mediaite. The Pentagon publicly confirmed that over 100 U.S. troops sustained serious injuries following the Iranian missile attack at the Ain al-Assad base in Iraq in January of 2020, which was in response to Trump ordering the killing of Revolutionary Guard leader Qasem Soleimani a few days prior. Nearly 80 troops received Purple Hearts for injuries related to the attack, most connected to traumatic brain injury. An Inspector General report released in November 2021 hinted the number of injuries may have been even higher because military officials did not properly document all of the troops' health issues. And we all know why. Initially, none of these troops were going to be awarded a Purple Heart for being injured in the line of duty. Donald Trump did not want that because if you give 100+ service members the Purple Heart, it shows that they got injured while you were the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So the military initially refused, likely because Trump didn't want them to give any of these people Purple Hearts. And that, of course, is a story that got dangerously overlooked by everyone, myself included. But it also happened as COVID was blooming. So that explains why this is something that most people, again, myself included, didn't even know about. Had COVID not happened, this would have been a massive scandal in Donald Trump's last year in office, him preventing soldiers from getting a Purple Heart after suffering traumatic brain injuries. But it gets worse. It's not just that Donald Trump is downplaying the injuries this week. He downplayed it when it happened. Trump initially downplayed the injuries during a press conference in late January 2020. No, I heard they had headaches and a couple of other things, but I would say, and I can report, it is not very serious. And at the time, a CBS News reporter asked him, "You don't consider a potential traumatic brain injury serious?" And Trump replied and said, "They told me about it numerous days later. You'd have to ask the Department of Defense. No, I don't consider them very serious injuries relative to other injuries that I've seen. I've seen what Iran has done with their roadside bombs to our troops." Trump, and we saw it during the debate with J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. We saw it during his debate. He loves to say that, hey, there were no conflicts while he was president, right? Nobody got hurt. Troops were just out there living their best lives. And the reason he's able to say that is because he has downplayed the injuries that they have suffered, and he tried to cover up the actual information and prevent it from reaching the American public while he was president. People were injured. People were killed. Multiple service members in that attack died. But Trump doesn't want you to know that. He doesn't want you to think about that. And in order to prevent you from thinking about that, he goes out there and he trashes the brave men and women who are serving our country. There is a time in this country, not even that long ago, where if a Republican politician made a statement like that, that would be the last you would ever hear from them on the campaign trail. The party would have kicked them out. But today, they hype up that leader, put him at the top of the ticket, even though he is an absolute bastard, downplaying the injuries that the troops suffered on his watch, covering it up and preventing them from receiving Purple Hearts. Of all the disgusting things we have seen Donald Trump do over the years, this might be at the very top of that list. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet, so please don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.